Have you ever thought about death? What about the end of the world? Tonight we discuss this and so much more with our featured guest, Seth HORST, also known as Nice Vice. I'm Rod Serling, and you're watching. Well, we got a special guest here today. How about you come on out? Where is he? Is he here? Is he coming? Oh, fuck. We got Darth Vader up in here. Darth.
Evan,
Wait, hey, what's up? What's up, Darth?
I've come to ruin your podcast.
Well, what can you ruin that? Well, hey, you're doing a great job with your sound on over there. All the dings.
Yeah, like... I can't breathe in that.
Everyone, welcome Seth HORST,
Hi, everybody.
also known as Nice Vice.
Oh my God.
Can you quit the dinging?
Hold on. Sorry, I wanted the grand entrance. For anyone wondering, Evan was telling me that he was going to be wearing a Jedi robe, and he told me to wear some kind of costume, and funny enough, the only thing I could find was a Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah, I guess that probably makes me Obi-Wan then, huh?
Sure. I also found this pretty swaggy Chewbacca toque hat thing.
That's a hat?
Yeah, it's a hat. It's got the strings. I put it on earlier for about 5 seconds and it was really itchy, so I took it off. It's probably got...
Can you just do me a favor and put it on for like 1 second?
Yeah, I turned my dings off too, by the way.
Thank you.
No one texts me all day. I don't get a text from anybody. Nobody wants to talk to me. I literally haven't talked to anybody all day today, except for you. And then the second you click record, I get a flurry of text messages. Classic.
Okay, so Seth is donning his Chewbacca hat. I don't know why. Once we started recording... Okay, for our audio-only audience, Seth is parading around in his Chewbacca hat. He's suffocating. He's good.
Oh. Jeez Louise.
Well, Seth, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
As you might have gathered so far, and because you're a dedicated listener, we don't really keep it organized here.
Love it.
It's kind of just like an array of nonsense and bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Seth is our first Canadian on the show.
That's me. As I sit here in my Texas hat.
Yeah, you really like American sports, right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
because you're a diehard Chargers fan.
Diehard Chargers fan. To be fair, like NBA, like I'm a Raptors fan. MLB, I'm a Jays fan. We have our Canadian teams, but they're American Major League sports, really. Mm-hmm. Hockey is our game, but it's, there's only 6-7 Canadian teams in the league. Actually,
there's only that many Canadian teams.
Well, we don't have.
NHL?
I mean, we don't have that many like huge major cities that can support a team. Like the majority of the teams are all American. But on that note, I'm sure none of your listeners even know this. Why would they? Why would they care? You don't know this, but my Toronto Maple Leafs are currently in the second round of the playoffs, up 2-0 on the Florida Panthers, the defending Stanley Cup champions. We're on fire. We're hot, and I can't get enough. We haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1967.
What are the odds you think that they win?
Okay, well, full honesty, when we were playing Ottawa in the first round, we played a terrible Game 5. We were up 3-0, and then we dropped one, and then we played a horrific Game 5. We looked awful, and I said, I did say, I said, well, you know, even if we beat Ottawa in this first round, we're going to go to the second round against the Panthers and they're going to bend us over and just destroy us. But here we are, up 2-0 on the Florida Panthers. Fuck you, Florida. So yeah,
You know, I think it's tough because the NBA playoffs are going on right now.
yeah, I'm not tuned into that at all. I listen to Pardon My Take, so I get my NBA fill a couple times a week. I get like the updates.
Hold on now. Are you plugging other podcasts on my show right now, dude?
Yeah, I just did.
You guys, you don't need to listen to any other podcasts. This is the only podcast you need to listen to.
Oh, well, let's talk NBA. I saw that the Knicks are up 2-0 on the Celtics. That's kind of crazy.
Well, that's funny. I bring it up, but then I don't watch sports.
You don't watch it either.
My 2 episodes ago, there's a lot of LeBron James talk, but it's mainly just making fun of him.
Yeah, I did. I remember you talking about that. I hate LeBron.
One of my buddies loves LeBron. And,
me too.
And it's I don't really care for. I got nothing really against him, but I don't have anything for him either. He's just funny to watch.
Well, I can't, like, I know he's the GOAT, or like arguably the GOAT, but it's the flopping and the crying to the refs and the, like, I've watched it. I've watched him a million times. I don't care. I don't give a shit about basketball.
He's actually going to get hurt one of these games, and he's just going to go down really hard. And it's going to seem like a flop, but he's just so old. He can't be built for that. I don't care how big you are. He's going to go down hard one of these days.
He's like 55 years old.
Yeah, unless he like retires this year.
No, he won't. And I heard someone say the reason, because there was, like minor speculations, like, oh, was this LeBron's last year? Is he going to come back? Blah, blah. That guy's ego, like, he's doing a farewell season. He's doing a farewell tour. They're going to film a documentary about it. He's going to go. He's going to go around to every single arena that he plays in. They're going to give him a standing ovation because, like, everybody knows he's retiring. It'll be a whole big show, and like, there's no way that guy just leaves the league.
No, that's absolutely true. What do you think his documentary would be called? What's a good name for his documentary? LeBron, the not LeBron song, not like Swan song. Yeah. LeBron song.
LeBron, better than Jordan.
23andMe.
Yeah, 23andMe. That's a good one. Yeah, I find him like pretty intolerable, but I mean, hey, great athlete, unbelievable athlete.
He's a really good athlete, and I like I said, I mean, there's nothing really against him as an athlete. It's just more so him as a person.
Yeah, sure. And also, if you spend $10 million a year on your personal fitness and your health and nutrition and training, and
is that how much he spends?
No, I don't think it's not that much, but it's a couple million. It's a couple $1 million a year. I've heard that he sinks into, like, he has a private this, a private that, like everything's in house.
Oh yeah.
And like, it's crazy. I mean, it is nuts that he doesn't get hurt at that age. Like, he's just out there ripping. Like, he doesn't care.
He could probably just fucking crush our skulls with his bare hands, dude.
Absolutely. He's gigantic. I would also just like to say, this is my first time ever on a podcast. And the fact that I'm sitting here talking about LeBron James of all things is actually disgusting. Honestly, this is how it starts. I'm talking 1 second.
That's why I brought you here.
1 second, I'm talking about my beloved Toronto Maple Leafs and how happy I am. Just pure joy right now. And then the next thing, you're talking about LeBron James. I don't care about LeBron.
Well, I mean, I'm just getting you prepared for when we annex Canada. And what's the vibe over there in Canada with not that I want to dive into politics, because I really don't care for politics, but what's the vibe over there?
The vibe is fuck you guys.
Well, you're on the most American podcast in all.
Yeah, I am. Well, okay, but I mean, I love America. Like, I have family in America. I've lived in America. It's not like I don't have like a personal hatred towards America. I just hate Donald Trump and his nonsense. It's just so annoying. Like, when you hear someone talking about like buying your country and like making it's so nauseating. Like it's ugh.
when he brought that up, I'm just like, what? We're just gonna buy a country?
We're literally, and he acts like we're some useless. We're your number one trading partner on planet Earth. Like we are your best friend. Like always have been. We're neighbors. It's just so ridiculous.
We're buying our neighbor out of their mortgage. Okay, you get to stay in your house, but you don't have to pay for your mortgage. That's what we're trying to do here.
We are not for sale.
I'll teach you the national anthem and
Well, you know what's crazy? I mean, I know your national anthem. You don't know mine, so.
And that says something. I don't know.
I'll put you on the spot right now. Sing it.
Oh, Canada, our great and sacred land.
No.
Give me. I started off strong.
It's all right. Just forget it.
Give me that first line right after "Oh, Canada."
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
I was so close.
You were close.
Our home and native land.
Mm-hmm. It's your anthem is a banger. It is a banger. It's long though, and also I hate having to listen to the anthems at sports.
At hockey games.
Like anything, like even an NFL game when they do the big anthem at the beginning, I'm always like, guys, why? Like, we know where you are. We get it.
It's saluting the flag. It's supporting the nation, dude.
Hey, I love when the Jets fly over.
That when there's a flyover at a football game.
When you get a stealth bomber.
You don't even see it coming. You don't even hear it till it's too late.
Electric. You know how many people have been killed by those things? They didn't hear it coming either.
I'm actually curious. I'm going to look that up. How many people have been killed by stealth bombers?
Stealth bombers? There's got to be a stat out there.
Been killed by stealth bombers. We got to have a stat on this. It says it's difficult. Okay, this is just not right. It's difficult to prove an exact number of people killed by stealth bombers, as information on specific casualties in various conflicts is not always publicly available. Let's see. In Yemen, recent airstrikes by B-2 stealth bombers have been reported to have killed at least 53 people.
That's definitely a watered down number.
That's if you took a watered down number and you watered it down.
You dumped a bucket of water on it.
Yeah, we spent probably over $100 billion to develop this plane, and we got 53. Even if they're all high-value targets,
and they're not. They're definitely not. Oh, speaking of war, death, and destruction, did you see Warfare?
I did. Okay, yeah, this is one thing we got to talk about.
Yeah, I know. On my list.
We're about like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks late on this Warfare news, but what a good fucking movie.
Right? What an opening to a film. And like, just to go from that what was that? Just to go from that like pure happiness and joy, and like they even kind of like set up each character. Like you kind of get a vibe of each guy, like kind of what they're like, just from that opening visual, and then just to cut that tune and it just goes silent for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, like, no music,
nothing, no score, no tones, like just the sound of gunfire and screaming.
What I want to know is, how did they get that first grenade through the hole? The bad guy. Well, I mean, in this, it's the bad guy. See, that's the thing.
Who's the bad guy?
The Taliban?
Well, sure, but
are they Taliban?
This was Iraq, so it was very like, I mean, it was an absolutely pointless war, and I think it was a ploy for oil. So, I mean, I think those may have been just like guys who didn't want soldiers fucking around in their neighborhood.
That's what they were saying, because like you're saying like, oh, they're calling people to fight against Americans. Like,
well, why would they? Yeah, it's like, why are you here? Also, could you imagine if you were in LA and just a group of like soldiers from another country just like overtook the apartment building next door to you and were like looking to kill people, but you didn't really know why. And like, you're telling me you and your boys wouldn't arm up and like go try to get those guys out of there? Like,
Oh, for sure. I feel like of any city, people they just open their fucking doors. They'd be like, look, I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm like, please just don't, just come on in.
we're soft.
Do you want a sparkling water?
Especially in Canada, I'd be like, oh, sorry, do you guys need something? Can I help? Did your car break down? What's going on?
I see you got a Russian AK there, bud. I got some ammo down in my basement if you wanted any.
Yeah, but wicked movie. Like, just, I loved it. I loved every second of it. You know what else I really liked about it? I liked how they didn't, like most war movies, there wasn't, I don't think you ever, maybe one time you saw them kill one of those guys. Like, it wasn't like a war movie where the soldiers like keep popping out and they're like just picking guys off like it's nobody's business and like just dropping bodies all over. They're like, you don't know the area. You don't know these guys. Like, they couldn't shoot anybody. They were just getting lit up the whole time.
It's just literally just covering fire pretty much the whole time. Yeah, I don't remember if they even killed one guy.
I think there's one time when they're in the street, when the new guys are like, when the new squad of dudes come rolling in for like backup, and they're going into the house, the guy pops out into the street and he drops a dude on the street. And I think that's the only time you see like one of those guys get shot in the whole movie.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
I feel like it's a bummer because this movie, everyone like instantly wrote it off because it's like, oh, this is some propaganda film, like just to hype up everyone from the military. And all these people who didn't even see the movie, they didn't even realize, like, okay, at the end of the movie, you're just like, fuck, like, what was the point of them being there? And like, they knew that too. There's like, this is kind of just like, we don't want to be here.
No.
And they didn't want them there.
It definitely did not hype me up to be in the military at all.
No.
Fuck no. Looks horrible. Looks terrible.
Follow me. That scene did, but then everything after that did not.
Everything after, terrifying. Terrifying. Yeah. Good flick. What else are you watching? What TV shows are you watch? I wanted to talk to you about what you got going on right now.
I've talked about this on the podcast a little bit, so I don't want to dive too much into it. The studio's really good.
That's the one.
The studio's fucking amazing. Everyone's shitting on The Last of Us. I'm kind of sick of the
I didn't like the last episode. I thought it was pretty bad.
I mean,
two
chicks kissing.
Did you see the clip on the internet from the video game from that scene?
No.
Where she's like, in the video game, when Dina tells Ellie that she's pregnant. Uh-huh. Wait, so you've seen this part, right?
Yeah.
Spoilers for anybody who's listening. If you haven't watched the most recent, I don't know when this is coming out, the most recent episode of The Last of Us, when Dina tells Ellie that she's pregnant in the video game, that cutscene, Ellie's like, "You bitch, like, I can't believe you. Now you're a burden. Like, what are we doing? Like, now we got to worry about you being pregnant out here. We're trying to kill these people." And then in the TV show, she's like, "I'm going to be a dad."
I'm going to be a dad.
What? No, you're not.
Is she going to adopt it?
I feel like the actual dad might be like interested in the kid, maybe a little. I don't know. Maybe not. He
might want to be involved. He seems like he's on the council. He's got like a reputation to uphold.
Maybe he's sired many sons already in their weird little town of theirs. Maybe he's got baby mamas everywhere. I don't know. Who is this guy?
Don't tell anyone, but I was watching Twilight with my wife. Oof. And so, I wonder if someone who's pregnant and they turn into a zombie on there, they could have talked about this in the games, but like, what would happen in there? You
get a zombie baby.
Would you have a little are they technically zombies though? Do they call them zombies? They're just I guess just infected.
I guess so. I don't really know. But babies bite too, like crazy. They want to bite everything. So that would be tough.
Like a clicker baby.
Yeah.
Would it grow? Like what?
I don't know. Maybe that's a great question. I feel like you'd probably because I guess if you're out in the wild, well, like, do the infected bang each other? Are they
Do they
are they sexually active? Like
I mean,
when we don't get we don't get like side scenes of their personal lives of the infected.
I want a C story of just like an infected love story. Because if they do bang each other, that scene of all them underneath the snow, that's just one big infected orgy going on in there.
You know what this reminds me of? This is so stupid. Did you watch The Rings of Power? No, okay. I watched the first season because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and I was like, okay, maybe this will be good. I even thought the first season sucked. But then in the second season, which I did not watch because I already thought the first season was bad, and apparently the second season was worse. Wait, are you a Lord of the Rings fan in general? Like,
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, dude. Good. In the second season, they did a whole. This show's like so woke and just like insane that they did a whole like side story scene about an orc family like fighting for more like pay and like not being treated well, and like we're like, we have a baby.
Wait,
there's like a mom.
Hold on. The orc is fighting for more pay,
or like something like that. I didn't watch it. I just read, like, I saw a clip about it. It was a long
We've
time
had
ago.
nothing but this maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
What are we doing? And there's like a mom orc and a dad orc, and they have the baby orc, and they're like, look at our baby, and it's like we're starving, and it's like, are you guys joking? Orcs are literally demons that get pulled out of the dirt, and they get a sword thrown in their hand, and it's like, go fight, idiot.
So they want us to like side with the orc.
They wanted people to like sympathize with the orc community.
Why? It's like whenever in movies they try, like Westworld, they're trying to make me feel sympathetic towards the robots. I'm like, not a chance. It's never gonna happen. It's a robot. I'm on team human. I don't care how shitty the humans are. If it's between humans and robots, I'm not even. It's not even a question.
Yeah, for sure. I stopped watching that show after like the second season.
It took a downturn.
It did, didn't it? I remember just diving off of it. But it's amazing. Sometimes you just, like this week, I was just feeling I needed some inspiration, and I was like, what do I do? Like I don't know what to watch. I was kind of out of things. I'd watched a bunch of new stuff, and then it's like I just need something to do. And I just went back and I just watched every season finale of Breaking Bad.
Oh,
I would just watch each finale just for fun. I was like, you know what? I just need something pure and incredible.
So you just and then you just blew the biggest load of your life.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about rewatching it for like the 8th time.
Yeah, I think I've watched it all the way through, start to finish, probably 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that good. I mean, I could talk Breaking Bad all day, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to
I don't know what we're here for.
There's a reason. Trust me. That's why I wore my Jedi robe. It was May 4th, Star Wars Day, but I know I'm a little late, but I'm just going on the true South Dakota grind where they're just really behind on everything.
True.
But
how much, do you know how much of your listeners are actually from South Dakota?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
Hey, stat guy.
Honestly, I think at its peak before I went on YouTube, it was more. There were more people listening in California than Los Angeles. I mean, more people listening in California than South Dakota.
Okay, yeah. There's more people in California.
There are more people in California. I guess more. South Dakota people need to turn up more.
A lot of infected in California.
Oh, infected.
The infected.
A lot of infected orgies going on in California.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, dude, I just listened to last week's podcast today. It was short and sweet. I loved that bit. Thank you. That was so good.
What? Wait, sorry. What bit?
What bit? Yeah, no, the guy you brought on.
Serious.
EJ Henderson.
Yeah, the acclaimed author.
I gotta get a copy of that book.
He lived through that shit, dude.
It was unbelievable. I was right in it the whole time.
I'll text him. I'll see if I can get you a signed copy.
Thank you. Yeah,
it was really
good.
took the copy because it was a limited press
right
for that one. So I'll see what I can do. I think it's gone.
What a horror show.
He's got an alternate cover as well. If you guys check out the YouTube, there's an alternate cover posted up on YouTube on the little post there. But yeah, in case you guys didn't listen to last week, 100 Men versus one gorilla. We had an author, a guest on, who came on and actually lived through that experience. So
I saw one guy who just put up. He's like, we don't need 100 men to beat a gorilla. We need 10 men. And he's like, John Jones, Tom Aspinall, Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, Francis Ngannou. Just like all of the biggest, most athletic people you can think of.
10 NFL linemen. And if you got them holding down the gorilla, I think you could do it. And the one guy's just choking him out.
The only thing is just like you think about how a chimp can rip you apart.
Yeah.
Like a chimp, it's like their bodies are made of stone and brick and iron. Like they're rock solid. And like a little chimp could take down a grown man. And it's like now
a dog could, dude.
Yeah,
like an average dog that's way smaller than us, weighs less, it's somehow 10 times stronger.
And so amplify that chimp into something that's like 500 pounds. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if you could. They'd be so strong. Like, how would you couldn't even choke it. You seen the traps on those guys?
Yeah, you need two guys working in tandem to really, you got to choke it like this.
You'd never be able to do it. I don't think it's possible.
I mean, I've seen Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I know we're not winning that fight.
No, they're smart.
But speaking of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, no connection, but just we were speaking about it. Anyway, I have a game for you.
Okay.
Because at some point, this show is going to definitely have a lot of sponsorship, a lot of ads.
For sure.
I just wanted to be prepared. So I have a list of businesses here that I need you to help me with an ad read. I'm going to give you a business, and it's totally real. I didn't make up these names at all.
Okay. Are you about to send me an actual ad read, or do I have to make this up on the spot?
No, you got to make it up because obviously it's a dedicated business. And so are you ready? I mean, I'll give you a quick moment.
Boy.
This pick a number 1 through 5.
4.
Oof. All right. Your business is Juno South.
Juno South?
Yep. I'm going to need about a 1-minute ad read for Juno South. I'll jump in wherever you need me.
Okay.
This is any business, whatever the business means to you. And I don't know if they sell a product. They could sell a product. They could, maybe they do services.
Okay.
Are you ready? You didn't know you could be doing ad reads for me today.
I didn't. And Juno South is a horrible name for a company.
Well, don't say that. We're doing an ad read for them. Say it's a good name.
This is a great name. Gives you so much to go on.
I made these as generic as possible.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, Juno South. Juno South is a brand new type of pregnancy test. Have you ever sat down and watched the movie Juno and gotten pregnant because of watching the movie Juno? If this is what has happened to you, you need to come get Juno South. The reason it's called Juno South is actually because you can only get it in the South. The name is made specifically to be discreet so that people don't know that you're getting a pregnancy test, because pregnancy can be very bad in the South. We don't want to necessarily talk about that. Depends where where exactly you're from. So if you come down and you ask for Juno South, you will get it handed to you over the counter. You can take the pregnancy test. mail it back into us. We will go on the website, put in your promo code. It's Juno, South Dakota.
Juno,
Okay.
South Dakota.
Juno, South Dakota. And we will give you your results in the mail. You will find out if you're pregnant or not. And then we will book you through your promo code a ticket out of the South. So Juno, South, come on down, get it. And whatever you do, don't watch the movie Juno.
And now coming out, we got a brand new product, Juno Deep South. This pregnancy test will actually show if the pregnancy that you are currently having is with someone that you're related to. Because sometimes, in the Deep South, it gets confusing. And we understand that here at Juno Deep South. And you don't know if it's your cousin, your sister, your second cousin. Now you know. Juno Deep South. Use our promo code Guy from SDD's Nuts for a 20% off and bonus points. If it is your second cousin, we will allow you to we'll fund the marriage. Shotgun wedding.
If it's your uncle, you're in trouble.
If it's your uncle, we have a private police escort coming to pick up your uncle.
He will be. We will get him arranged for a court date and put in jail as soon as possible.
Juno South just does a lot of great services.
Great services. We do not want people having incestual children.
That's a really good ad read. I think
that was crazy. I don't know why. That's where my brain went.
I think any future business or sponsorship opportunity that's listening to it right now, I think they're probably ready to, invest into the podcast.
So can I tell you a funny story about ad reads?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna. This is silly, but hey, maybe they'll hear it. Who knows? Maybe you'll get invited on. But I'm gonna plug another podcast.
Oh fuck.
the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Bobby Berger. Bob does sports. Great, unbelievable podcast. Like great YouTube channel. They're the golf guys. Hilarious.
That's not Bob Menery, is it?
No. This is Bobby Berger.
I know the guy you're talking about now.
Yeah, Brilliantly Dumb. When he started out with his podcast, Brilliantly Dumb, it was just him in the beginning, and he would have his one guest on, and they would, just do this, and he had no sponsors and he had nothing. So what he would do is he would make actual ad reads for like Windex or Toyota or whatever. And he would just write a full ad read, like as if the company had given him an ad read to read. And he just kept doing fake ad reads for actual companies until I'm pretty sure it was Windex reached out and was like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just trying to get your attention. And they're like, okay, well, like, all right, sure, you want to do an ad read for us?
I've thought about doing that. You know what?
It's sneaky. You just get
this episode's brought to you by Celsius. Celsius is one of the best performance enhancement legal drugs that you can have. It doesn't use any high fructose corn syrup. It's really good. We just got a brand new sparkling Mandarin Marshmallow edition. Be sure to hit up 7-Eleven. They currently have a 3 for $8 deal going on right now.
Incredible.
I mean, you need the 7-Eleven app for that. There's also a plug for 7-Eleven app. Download the 7-Eleven app for 24/7 deals and savings at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, get hard.
You ever done cocaine? Try Celsius.
You know what's so funny? I just did a voiceover audition.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Celsius.
I just did cocaine.
You know what's so funny? I actually just did cocaine.
Just did some blow.
You know what? I don't think I'll ever do like any hard drugs. I'm too afraid.
They're scary, man. You could die.
Yeah. And like, it seems like now, like cocaine was like the one that everyone was like, oh, this is like, you could do this and get away with it. Now it's got like fentanyl in it.
This is an anti-drug podcast.
Yeah.
We're anti-drug.
I'm not going to judge you if you do drugs, but no drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids or adults. Whoever's
Caffeine
listening.
is like where I max out.
Is there a lot of drugs in South Dakota? They got a drug problem over there.
Oh, dude, meth.
Meth. Speaking of Breaking Bad, everything loops together.
Dude,
Who's the Walter White of South Dakota? Go.
the Walter White of South Dakota is like some toothless dude living in a fucking shack, and he's probably so incredibly wealthy, but he spends all of his money in Deadwood, which is our little casino town,
Nice.
and he just pisses it away and probably has like 10 bastard children.
Yeah.
I've probably met him before.
He needs a business manager. He needs someone to help him with the actual finances, you know, someone to take a look at the books and pay the employees and maybe get a space, like a proper space to cook. And
he's probably been avoiding his taxes. He should go S Corp, I think. That should really help break down so he pays less income tax every single year and pay out his employers 1099 so they're not actually employees but private contractors.
Right. Yeah, it's why it's like Walter White. He never did the meth, he wasn't doing the meth.
That's right.
He was just making the meth.
And this meth has been brought to you by TurboTax. TurboTax, struggling to pay your taxes on your meth income? Look no further than TurboTax. TurboTax gives you a free online tax help when you do your taxes, whether it's 1099, W-2, W-4, or whatever tax situation that you're in. Call TurboTax now for a free tax consultation. TurboTax, get hard.
Hey, you know who probably does meth and definitely doesn't pay their taxes? LeBron James.
LeBron James, he does. I've heard the rumors that he does meth.
Yeah, meth. How do you think he's out there playing like that at 47 years old?
He's doing some sort of drug.
He's doing some kind of drug, and just a tax evasion. You know
what's something I did want to talk about?
What?
Because we both love. Now I'm gonna plug another show.
It's what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about other shows till they notice me. Now I'm gonna do the ad thing that Bob did, and then I'm just gonna use it for other shows. I just want to be part of the Almost Friday TV group so fucking bad.
Did I tell you I saw them live?
You saw them live when they went to...
I didn't tell you this?
No.
Oh, dude, I went to their show like a month ago.
Okay,
they came to Toronto.
I almost saw them in Brooklyn when I was living in New York, but I couldn't do it. Fuck, please tell me about the show. What was it like?
It was hilarious. It was an hour and 20 minutes of just sketches. Like, they just did sketches, and the stage was awful because they did it at the Hot Docs Theater, which is like a screening theater for documentaries. So like the stage isn't set up for a performance, so it's kind of this weird like pyramid stage. And I remember after they did the show, I listened to the Almost Friday podcast the next week when they were back in LA, and they talked about that Toronto show and about the stage and how stupid the stage was.
Just shitting on the venue.
Yeah, and how in the first show, because they did 2 shows in one night, and how in the first show someone just threw up all over the place, and then during my show someone just totally killed one of Liam Culla's bits. He was doing like a crowd work thing where he asked the crowd a question, and it was supposed to be just like a question and answer, like that's it, right? Uh-huh. And the guy who he asked to just used it as an opportunity to start improvising with Liam. Oh, no. And it just went so off the rails. But they were so funny. Like, the sketches were so good. We were laughing so hard. The last one, I can't even explain to you what it was, but it was Liam, Will. I take it you know the cast pretty well, but like Liam, Will, Bill Langdon, Elise, Willie D. I think it was just the 5 of them.
Was Chet not there?
No, Chet was not on that tour. But oh man, were they ever funny? Like, Liam and Will are just like, I just want to be them. They're so funny.
Will has such awesome. A vibe that it's like
such a vibe.
It can't be replicated.
No, he's so completely unique. Like, he's he's one of a kind. And like, honestly, that's one of my favorite podcasts. Like, I love that podcast. I listen every week. I never miss it.
I mean, you don't miss any week of my show, right?
I listen every single week.
Now, which one would you say is better?
Probably the Almost Friday podcast.
It's fucking done.
But
Bullshit. I'm out of here. You know what?
All right, cool. So I get the floor now. I get the floor now.
Okay.
I
feel bad for doing that.
No. You're doing a fantastic job, and this is cool. Like I'm super stoked to just come on and chatter, but that's how you got it. But that's how you do a podcast. I don't know. It's just like this too. Like there's there's so many podcasts that are just like so, which is good because like if you're looking for a very specific thing, then you want to listen to a very specific thing, listen to it. But I find the ones that I listen to the most are the ones that don't have like a specific thing that I'm going to listen to.
It's entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
I don't like I worry about like enough stuff in my daily life where it's like when I turn something on that I want to listen to for a long time, unless I'm, like you said, looking for a specific thing.
Yeah.
I just want to I want to laugh. I just want to have some fun and I feel like those last the longest too, because with all these people like who are acclaimed experts on things.
Yeah.
Though I feel like those burn out and they repeat the same topics, but just with a different title. And it gets to a certain level where it's just like, okay, you're going to run out of things to talk about and dive into, but with things that are just entertainment, it's just fun.
That's something that I appreciate about the Almost Friday podcast when they did just the amount of like improving and like the characters and just doing like, I mean, even that ad read that you made me horribly improv there, that it's still funny. It's still fun. Like that's great. That's good stuff. Like I love it.
Yeah, it's just fun. And like speaking of improv, like we were talking about improv. You're getting back into improv.
I've been to a couple classes now. It's pretty it's interesting to get thrown back into it. It's crazy trying to like we haven't even gotten into I'm just doing because there's different levels of improv at Second City. Like you have to go through levels, and like I'm just doing the level 1 improv, but we haven't even gotten to the juice yet. Like where we're improving like scenes or anything. We're just improving like nothing. Like we're improving with no specific goals at all of like a scene, and it's so hard. Like I'm like,
but it's still so funny too.
It is. It ends up. It finds a way to be funny, either way. Like you end up laughing at the end of it, and you know, it's the whole fail spectacularly. You know, just look like a jackass, and that's the whole point. You get. It's something I need to work on, like getting more comfortable, just feeling silly and feeling like a dummy.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like the whole point of this podcast. Like I know I'm just gonna look like an idiot. I mean I'm wearing a Jedi robe right now. Let's be honest.
Sure. I think you look hot.
Thank you. I think I had to shave my face I shot a music video yesterday, and I don't like it. I feel like it just makes my head look really fucking round. I don't.
Sure. I mean, like, I don't know.
The headphones don't help. I'm gonna pull the hair back like that. See if that works.
I think you're extremely handsome. Beard, no beard, doesn't matter.
Thanks,
you're a handsome devil.
I just need a. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't have good contour lighting. It's not highlighting.
I'm in the worst. Like I have a lamp on next to me. That's it. This is terrible. This is brutal.
Lamp.
I love lamp. I love lamp. Oh, and also for your listeners, like because you know a lot of your listeners probably have no idea who I am, but Evan and I have known each other for how many years now? Like what was that? 10 years. We've known each other for 10 years.
Yeah, we're edging 10 years,
which is crazy.
It's
we were
wild.
literal children when we met each other. But we've stayed friends this whole time, even though we live so far away.
Yeah, even though he's Canadian, I still think he's a great guy.
Thanks, Evan.
Tell the story of how we met.
Oh, dude, yeah, at the what was it? Back to the Future.
Yeah, at the back lot.
They were playing Back to the Future at the Warner Brothers back lot when we went to film school in LA, and And Evan's like, what were you doing? You were wearing a tie-dye t-shirt and you
like
were like
sweatpants
at like everyone's like kind of half dressed up.
It was like a welcoming event.
Yeah. And you looked like an actual like acid hobo. And I swear you had a bandana on too.
I probably did.
I think you did. And you were like dancing and screaming and yelling and like running around like you were like a dog with the zoomies that night. And I was like, whoever this guy is, for some reason, I was like, I need to talk to this guy. I don't know. Me now, I would not go approach you.
Well, me now, I wouldn't approach me either. That's
no way. Also, we almost died together.
That's true.
We nearly bit the dust as a team.
I'm gonna tell this from my perspective, this story of how we almost died, and then I want you to fill in your perspective on it after this.
Will do.
Okay, so we were shooting a music video for Seth. So, I mean, right off the bat, Seth's the one to blame here overall.
Yes,
and
correct.
It was a great music video, super beautiful. We shot in Big Bear. For anyone who's driven to Big Bear, you got to go up this big hill to get up to Big Bear. Big mountain, you get all the way up there. But we shot up there for 2 days, and we're coming back down. And very steep, very crazy. But the one unfortunate thing, we were driving an old-ass RV. Like, what year was this thing? Do you know?
It had to be like, I think I remember it being mid to late 80s.
Mid to late 80s. Seth rented this RV for the music video. And it was very pretty, very fun. Seth was stressed while driving it because obviously he put money into this thing. Like, he doesn't want to get it damaged, and he doesn't want it to break down or anything like that. So we're going down the hill. It's windy. It's curvy. You got cliffs
also,
on.
Don't forget how much weight we had in that thing. Like
we had camera gear.
How many guys were in there? Like 5?
There were 5. It was me, you, Tyler, David, and Max.
Yeah.
5 dudes.
Yeah.
One guy is sleeping up top on the area above the seats. The rest of us are sitting in the back. Seth, you're driving, and then we're going around, and Seth is like, "Man, the car's it's being all fucking weird, guys." And we're like, "Whatever, Seth. You've been saying this the whole weekend, dude."
Weekend.
And then we're coming around this wide curve, and he's like, "Guys, the fucking brakes are not working, dude. The brakes are not working." And we're like, "What are you talking about?" And I just see you pressing down on the brakes. And then I think you pulled the e-brake, right?
No, there was no. So do you want me to jump in?
Jump in. Now take me into your perspective.
That fucking brake pedal, the brakes were being weird the whole weekend. And we drove it up and down a hill over and over and over again to get the shot that morning for the end of the music video. It was the last shot of the video. And so I was just heating those brakes up like crazy. Like, I was just pumping those brakes.
Yeah.
And old vehicles, ton of weight in the thing. By the time we got to that turn, when the brakes because I kept saying as we were going through the turns, I was like, it feels like I have to press really, really hard to like make the thing slow down. And everybody in the whip's like, "Nah, dude, it's fine, bro.
We were
fine."
gaslighting.
Like, you guys were gaslighting the shit. You're like, "There's nothing wrong with the brakes, man. Like, relax." My intuition and instincts saved all your lives. I literally, because we came around the bend, and I'm like, okay, these brakes are not working. Like, this is fucked. And also, if you remember, we're on the right side of the road.
Yep.
And the truck pull off was on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to, if there was a whole bunch of cars coming up the other side, I wouldn't have been able to cut across the lane to get into that truck pullover. So I swerve across the other lane, get into the truck pullover. I have my foot all the way down on the brakes, my other foot hammered down on the shitty e-brake because it's a pedal. Like, the e-brake's a pedal next to the regular brake.
Yeah.
And then we were like coming up to the edge of a literal cliff, like however many thousand feet of elevation we were.
And also, this was the only turnoff that happened to be like 100 yards long. And like you said, through oncoming traffic, going all the way down, and we stopped within like a foot of the guardrail.
Yes. And also by the time I don't know if you remember that too, that's what really messed the car up, is when we still were edging closer to the guardrail to going to the edge of the cliff, I just threw the thing in park while we were moving.
Oh,
like,
really?
I just went and I just shoved the thing up and I put it in park.
Thank fucking God,
And
dude.
if I had waited, like, if I think about it all the time, if I had waited even 5 more seconds and not taken that, just darted across the lane to that pull off, we were on a hill that was like this.
Steep straightaway. We would have just been gaining speed.
The brakes, like when the guys picked up when they towed it away, the brake line was gone. There were no more brakes on that thing. And so it, like, they were shot. And so we would have just, the weight of that vehicle, we would have barreled down that hill and we just would have flown off the cliff. Like,
well, yeah. Well, and there was a sharp turn at the end of this. We would have like, if we flipped that whole like cabin, the back of it, it's just made of fucking plywood.
Yeah, it would have exploded. We all would have died in a fiery inferno. Oh man, remember we got off that thing and we were standing on the side of the road. I think I immediately, like, I have never smoked a cigarette faster in my life. Like, I pulled it out and I was just like I was calling like everyone I knew, like, oh, it's okay, I'm okay. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I almost died.
Dude, I just remember once we stopped, we're all just like, get the fuck out, get out. We put
Everybody
rocks in front of the tires,
yeah.
And then we were stuck up there for like at least 2 hours until some random guy
that we hitchhiked down to that town, Cuco Ranjamungo or
Rancho Cucamonga. Cuco Ranjamungo. I like that.
We taxied down there with some random stranger, and then we sat in that Red Robin, I think it was, for like
at least an hour
before someone picked us up, and we were just like sitting there like.
I'll be honest, I was
shaking.
That ruined my like fucking week. And it was Halloween that night, and I went to a Halloween party that night, and I was just not having a good time. I was just literally thinking, I'm like, I almost died on Halloween. Yeah. What the fucking worst day to die.
Horrible. And I don't know if you remember that when we were driving down with the guy who kind of Ubered us down there, the random stranger. Mm-hmm. We were in his truck, and his sister, I don't know if you remember that, his sister called him when we were in the truck. Yeah. And he's like, I'm just bringing these guys, their car broke down on the side of the road. I'm just bringing them down to Cuco Ranchamungo. And then the sister, there's like a pause of silence, and then the sister goes, I swear to God, if you guys murder my fucking brother, like, I will find you. And we're all like, whoa, lady. If anything, he's gonna murder us. Like, we don't know this guy.
Yeah, it's like he holds all the power. I mean, I feel like, I guess we were both sitting in the back seat. I feel
that's
like
true. We could.
Or was I in the passenger seat with him?
I don't know, but he was a military man. He was not scared of us.
You know what really shocked me? I think, okay, so this guy, he had a big lifted truck. I think it was like a Ford Raptor or something. And like the most classic, like, mountain dude, you know, he's beefy. He's got the beard, you know, just seems like a guy's guy. And then he said something about like, well, my boyfriend. Yeah, and then I'm like, right. I could tell both of us were just like, oh, you know, of all the things, I did not see this guy being gay. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It just really took me by surprise.
It was very surprising. He looked like that, the way, what he had in his truck and the truck itself, mm-hmm. most unsuspecting, like, that was such a shock.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way, but hey, unreal.
I mean, add that to a list of surprises that day. And he just, wherever this man is, I hope he hears this. Thank you so much for driving us down the mountain and, you know, really saving us from that entire thing. But you know what the highlight of this whole thing was? Our videographer, the cinematographer, he had all the footage, so the music video would have lived on.
That's true. He had everything in his car, and he was driving by himself. Shout out Jacob Souza. He was driving by himself down the hill, and if we did all die in a big crash, he wouldn't have found out for, I don't know when he would have found out, because he was like a good 20 minutes ahead of us. So.
Yeah, he was in his little Ford Fiesta. He was driving down the mountain.
He would Not a clue in the world. Just
That would have fucking sucked. All of his roommates, all of his business partners, and his friends just dead.
Everybody gone. See you later. Yeah.
Oh,
What a
and
story.
that was the music video for Bloom, which link down in the description below. Because Seth is also known as Nice Vice, great musician, great. He's such a talented singer. It's like
Thanks, buddy.
if Eddie Vedder had like a bigger wiener, that's Seth. And Eddie Vedder's packing.
He's packing for sure. Yeah. No, that's that's very true. I do make the musics. I also have it's also me goofing around at the beginning of the Guy from South Dakota podcast when you hear that little jingle.
That's right.
That's your boy.
That's why it sounds so good.
I like to open the show once a week.
Yeah, he comes in and sings it live every single time.
Yeah, I actually fly to LA every single week.
Mm-hmm.
It only takes me 11 or 12 hours out of my day to go there and back. And then I do a quick little live play. Then I go home.
And he's really racking up some good IOUs from me. Those will be, you can deposit those, I think, in the next 5 years.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind. I definitely need to get out to LA sooner or later. You also have to come here at some point.
I know. I need to go
in the future. You guys gotta come check it out. You'd love the city.
The 605 God needs to check out the 6.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I can we can drive you right by Drake's house if you want.
Oh yeah. Well, he might pull me in there and not let me leave.
Yeah. Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
I mean, kiss and tell. Now, before we start wrapping this thing up, is there any things you wanted to bring up today? Any other things on your agenda?
Like for me personally?
Yeah, I saw you took some notes. Anything else you wanted to chat about today?
Not really, dude. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a voice. Hopefully people enjoy my voice. It's gonna be weird for me to listen to this podcast afterwards. I'm gonna be like, what the heck is that over there?
Well, you listen to your voice all the time, dude.
Yeah, but that's singing. Singing is not like that's not my talking voice. That's different.
Yeah, but I think I really wanted to take a page out of the Almost Friday TV. This is my Almost Friday TV audition right here.
Oh,
I'm gonna do a little character work.
Okay, sure.
Why'd I hear oof? What the fuck was that all about?
I was just joking.
Nah, what? Nah,
I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Okay. So I got a little character here. Okay, and feel free if you have a character. I want to do one.
I don't, but if I ever get invited back, I'll come packing.
Well, I mean, with the way you're doing today, I don't think you're getting invited back.
Shit, I had a feeling.
You haven't been very supportive today. You've pitched like 3 other podcasts on my show. You're just leeching my small audience. This is big podcast coming after the little guy, dude.
Okay, but how about this? If this episode gets your highest numbers, in since you started your reboot of a Guy from South Dakota, then you have to have me back because
that's fair.
Because then the numbers will speak for themselves.
Then I'll know that you're the secret sauce.
Exactly.
If
this episode bombs, I'm never coming back.
I'm not even going to release. I mean, I'm just going to delete it.
And any dream I ever had of starting my own podcast will be gone, shattered, thrown out the window.
Yeah, this is a soft launch for the Seth and Evan show. So
yeah, exactly.
We're just doing a little test right now.
It's a test run.
All right, to wrap us up, I have a character.
Yeah, go nuts.
This is I don't know what to call it. Bad start. This is the overly friendly prepper.
Okay.
During the apocalypse, and you trust your instincts on this one.
Sure.
All right, everyone, back the fuck up. I don't have enough room for everyone in here, so you better get back. Listen, I've been building this thing for years. None of you believed in me. I ain't got enough room for everyone. You, what's your name? What are you doing? Why should I let you in?
My name's Billy, and you should let me in because I'm really good at cooking. I'm a really good cook.
All right, fuck, get in.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I ain't got enough room for everyone. You. What are you doing here? What you want to get in? Is that what you're saying? You want to get in?
Yes.
What do you do? What do you do? Why should I let you in?
My name's Jeff.
Fuck it, damn it.
I do the
Get
lawn.
in. Get in. You convinced me. All right. We're running out of spots here, guys. I can't let everyone in. You got. All right, you come on in. Fine. Fuck. You can come in. Is that your dog?
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck. Come on in. You. What's your deal?
I lost my family. They died in the first bombing, and I'm really scared, Mister. I'm really scared.
Hey, shh, hey, quiet. Come here. What's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon?
Yeah.
How old are you, Brandon?
42.
Oh shit, man, Brandon. I'm sorry. Come here, buddy. Come here. Boom! I got confused. What did he say his name was again? Anyone else need to come in? I got like 3 spots left. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I'd say he's still getting worked out.
What was the overly prepped part of that?
He has a bunker, and it's the apocalypse.
So it was just a lineup.
He's too friendly. He's letting everyone into his bunker.
My next one, I was gonna go full hoe and just offer up my body for.
Hey, you. What's your name? What, you want coming in the bunker too?
Yeah, my name's Chastity.
Chastity, why should I let you in the bunker?
I'll do whatever you want. I'll stroke the shaft, swallow the baby.
Chastity, was it?
Yeah.
You got friends?
No, they're all dead.
Boom! Any other sluts trying to come into this bunker? Huh? This is the house of the Lord. I'm actually not friendly anymore. You thought I tricked y'all with the first 2. You think I'm just gonna let anybody in? Those are my friends. I planted them. You're on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Jimmy, come on out, baby.
That's good. I like it.
Anyway, so we're still working out the kinks for this one. Almost Friday TV. If you're watching, just know.
Dude, we plugged so many shows.
Any other shows you want to plug while you're here?
No, I think we're good. I think we've covered it. I think we've covered the best ones.
Yeah, I've got one more that I think would be a good plug. The guy from South Dakota show. I almost fucked up my own show. The guy from South Dakota show. Everyone, thank you for listening to a guy from South Dakota. My name's Evan. I'm a guy from South Dakota. This is Seth HORST, also known as Nice Vice. Check out his stuff. Where can they listen to you at?
Spotify, Nice Vice, Instagram, Nice Vice Music, and we got some stuff coming down the pipe pretty soon. Hopefully, there's been a little bit of a hiatus, but the tunes are coming. The tunes are coming. So
better not be any meth coming down that pipe,
buddy. I got plans tonight.
Oh. Well, you heard her here first. Guy from South Dakota show. I don't know why I keep calling it that. I said that in my last episode. I keep saying,
"What, guy from South Dakota show?"
I'm like the guy to South Dakota show. As EJ Henderson said that, not me. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. Help me with a sign off. Give me a little sign off.
Yeah. Thanks everybody. Thanks for having me, Evan. This was an absolute blast.
Shorter.
Adios, amigos. We'll see you in Cucamonga.
I'm good.